Yeah, I'm just really proud of the way that this team bounced back. We talked a lot before this game about not knowing how we were going to respond, and it wasn't that every minute was perfect and really pretty, but it was gritty and it was tough and it was together, and I was just really, really proud of us today. And it's fun to be able to do that on your home floor. It's fun to be able to watch Liz Scott come in and have an incredible game. It's fun to watch Maddie Williams come in and really set the tone. It's fun to continue to watch how unselfish Taylor Robertson is, and just the growth of our whole team. It was just a fun day.
It's a question. Start with Derek Bailey.
Congratulations. Wanted to ask you, just Oklahoma State came out in the second half and kind of had put together a nice run to get the game manageable, but then you guys went on a 10-1 run. How big was that, just coming out at halftime, kind of taking their best shot and then pulling away?
Well, honestly, I think they did. They came out and they threw the first punch, and that's something that we need to do a better job in terms of coming out and being ready. And at the same time, I feel like we did a really nice job of being able to manage it and handle it and be able to turn it. And I think some of it, we didn't necessarily shoot the ball all that well, especially in the second and third quarter. Obviously, the first and the fourth we did, but I think we didn't just put our heads down when we missed a shot, and we didn't when we made a mistake we responded. Even when we would foul, and even when we would miss a rebound or a box out or things like that. I liked our response, even, talking to them and saying, okay, do we need to call a timeout or we got this? And everyone's like, yep, no, we got this. And they came together. And so those are the things that you want to see as time goes. And that's what we were able to see today. And I thought I was pretty proud of that.
Jenny, Liz, thanks for your time. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Go to Ryan Avery.
Yeah, Jenny, I wanted to ask you about Liz and her performance. When a team is doing what they were able to do against Maddie for a large portion of the game, against Taylor, how important was that to be able to have that kind of performance, especially getting to the free throw line the way she did, especially early in the game?
Yeah, I think a big thing for us is even everybody game plans for Maddie and Taylor. Everybody does. And so I think really what makes this team special is that we're a team. And, on different nights, different people step up. But I think, we've talked a lot about Liz being able to really establish some of that game in the paint, period. Not just for this game and not just because of other people's game plans, but because she's very capable. And I think all season in the last probably month or so, we've really started to see her take some steps. I think tonight was a fun little motivation for her, but also I think her and Maddie worked off each other really well in terms of how they were going to establish in the paint at the beginning. So I think it's important for us that Liz continue to play with confidence. I think it's important for her to continue to be aggressive because it makes her better and it makes the rest of us better too.
And then Liz, is sort of a follow-up to that. Jenny just mentioned the way that you were able to play off Maddie tonight. Did you anticipate that being a factor coming in, and just how much more comfortable have you gotten offensively here over the last few weeks?
Early first quarter, Maddie told me that she's going to be looking for me in the post up, and that's what I did. And just being aggressive and having confidence to score, I think, really helped me as well.
Appreciate it, Liz.
Thank you.
Joey Elmer.
Yeah, Jenny, I just want to ask you about the beginning of the game and how you guys came out. How pleased were you with how you started? I think Oklahoma State had like one basket the first 4.5 minutes of the game. You played really good defense there to start. Just kind of how that set the tone for the game.
Yeah, I thought we did a really nice job at the beginning of the game. I think, we had a couple turnovers that were, the right ideas, and we wanted it so bad. But I also think the way that we played was definitely team basketball. We needed to play team defense, especially from our last game. I don't know if we necessarily played as a team in terms of especially defensively. And so today that was a huge key for us. It's going to continue to be a huge key for us. But I thought today we came out as a team really strong. And I think that led us to some, some easier baskets because of that.
Jesse Britton.
Hey, Jenny, I appreciate your time. I wanted to ask just a little bit more about, your presence in the paint tonight. Obviously, Liz was a big part of that. But, you guys have been so dynamic shooting the three. But, only made 5 3-pointers tonight, but didn't really matter because of how well you guys scored in the paint. Just what does that say about the versatility of your offense to, not have to rely on a 3-point shot and, to be able to have a presence, getting the ball at the rim?
Well, I think it also showed our ability to be able to read defenses, because I think Oklahoma State did an incredible job. I mean, they pushed us out, and so for us to be able to establish the paint was important, whether it was a post-up, whether it was off the bounce, whether it was in transition. That's a huge part of what we want to do. So we go into every game in terms of understanding our spacing. I think our spacing was better to allow us to do some of those things, because people will choose. They either choose to pressure you outside and try to take away that three and test your paint game, or they try to pack it in and they test your three-point shooting ability, right? And so that comes into gameplay. What we want to be able to do is just to continue to make those reads. And I thought tonight, we made some reads, and even when it was sloppy, we had the right ideas. And even when we missed layups, we had the right ideas. So that part, I was really happy because I feel like we were making the reads, and I thought we were aggressive in making those reads.
And just a little bit of a follow-up. Obviously, Kelby Washington made her return to Florida today.
How fun.
She had a 40 plus minus, seemed to really make an impact in her minutes tonight. What did you see from her in her return to Florida?
We just saw Kelby back, and she brings such a fun energy, and she's, she's so fast, and she sets people up, and she just has an energy about her that's so fun, and we, we're so, that's what's so neat about this team is, the person the most excited to have her back is Nevaeh Tot, right? And so because they're, they play so well together, they're, and a lot of times people don't want people to come back because it takes their time or it does something, you know what I mean? But this team, we want everybody back, and it's really special, and we know that we can challenge each other, but we know that we are as strong as we all are. And that, to me, makes the mark of a great, great team. What also makes the mark of a great, great team is to be able to bounce back after a tough game. And I thought we did that. And I think and I think Kelby's a huge part of that, just her energy.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
James Hale.
Dang it, Jenny, you took my, basically took my question, but what a statement by your team. You come off a game that you don't play well in, and you beat a rivalry team, and you beat them by almost 30. I mean, isn't it a great statement team by your team, the resiliency that, okay, we played a bad game, forget about it, now let's come out and play a great game, and you guys did a great job tonight, don't you think?
Yeah, you take this one first, and then I'll go.
Yeah, I think it was a great bounce back from that K-State game. We were able to, leave it in the past and move forward. I think we did a pretty good job at that.
Mm-hmm. And I think we took the right lessons. I think we got better, and that's not always easy to do. But I again, we took it. We looked in the mirror. We didn't point our fingers. We didn't blame anybody else. We didn't blame anything else. We owned it, and we moved forward. And, we talked about that yesterday on your show. We're going to move forward, and it's going to be fun to see which way we go. And this isn't a statement about, Oklahoma and OSU. And although that might be how some of the people want to tell it, but for us, it was a statement about, okay, let's get back to who we are, and let's be us, and let's just thrive in that. And that's what we did tonight, is we did. And we still made mistakes, and we still recovered. And we still got better, and that's what you want out of games. They got to be fun.
Congrats, great game, thank you.
Thank you.
Nick Coppola.
Liz, I want to ask you just this question. You have a career high in points now. You're equally as good on the other one with a couple blocks. You got a steal. Just tell me about one of your best performances of your career. Just tell me about just your thoughts on that, just how you played, just your overall outlook just on this game.
I think just being aggressive and not thinking too much, should I score this, should I pass it, just playing. And I think my teammates really helped me with good passes and helped me get good open looks.
Jenny, I wanted to ask you about you guys, next game, you got one runner up the way, now you got that other one, and this Saturday against Texas. Just, tell me about that matchup, what you're looking for from the team, and just tell me about that, 'cause obviously, one of you guys' biggest challenges so far this season.
Yeah, I mean, I think, again, it's continuing to learn from every game and continuing to get better. You know, we're gonna celebrate this one. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna be proud of ourselves for bouncing back, and then we'll worry about our next opponent tomorrow, to be honest with you, and we'll prepare tomorrow. But and we'll be ready. You know, we'll be ready to, again, to play us, to be us, to step on the floor and continue to focus on getting better and having fun playing. And that's, you know, maybe in a couple days I'll have a different answer for you, but at this point, that's when we are at our best, is when we focus on continuing to get better, recover when we don't, and just have fun when we're at it.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, last one, good play warning.
Yeah, Jenny, about your bench, and Kaylee Perkins in particular, because I don't know if I knew she was on your team a month ago, and she's shooting better than 50% from three, and then you're able to bring her in, now you're able to bring Gabby in, Skylar comes off the bench and is really scoring, and so I guess my question is, did you see your bench being, and you also have Nevaeh or Kelby at any time, did you see your bench playing this bigger role? And it seems like this story has developed over the season, and it's making you a better team.
Yes, that's always part of it. And to me, that's also part of why we start who we start, and sometimes why we don't. And I think your bench is key, especially in terms of the way that we play, in terms of being able to bring such sparks off the bench, I think is huge for us. Especially, you know, we're at our best when we have a lot of depth, you know, and we've had to shuffle some games where we haven't necessarily had the depth that we would really like to have. But I think now we're back. We have to be back. We have to be back the rest of the season. I think we're going to be good, knock on wood, from that standpoint. But yeah, there's no question that I haven't had the most confidence in our bench before we played a game. That's something that you can, yeah.
About Kaylee.
Yeah, Kaylee.
You know, if she was shooting in the high 30s coming off the bench from beyond the arc, that'd be terrific. But she's shooting like 54. And now, I don't know if she could do that the rest of the season or over the next 3+ years. But is she not a good three-point shooter, but a great one? I mean, do you think you have I guess, yeah. Do you think you have like a 42 to 45% shooter as long as she's here?
Well, I think Kaylee works on her game and she keeps it simple. I don't think she comes in, she's not shooting shots coming off screens and fading away. You know what I mean? Like it's not, okay, hey, we got to set you up and you got to make this shot. She's coming in and she's just playing. Like she's literally just playing. I mean, she's spotting up, she's getting transition threes. But when people have so much, when you have Taylor Robertson setting her up, you know, because Taylor's drawing so much attention. And so when she draws so much attention, and now you also have Kaylee, now people have to choose. So she's going to eventually probably, I think, open some things up for Taylor, you know, because right now Taylor's opening a lot up for her. And I think that's a huge part of it. Now, what I will say about Kaylee, I do think she has gotten so much better as the season has gone on. So it's not, I mean, from the second she came in the summer to where she's at right now is an astronomical difference. And so defensively, offensively, you name it, and you credit, but she's also in the gym all the time. You know, and I think that's something with this program is there's no there's extra. They're all in extra. It's not something that's just magic that's happening here. They're all working on it. So do I think Kaylee can be, I don't know her percentage. Quite honestly, like I don't really look at that. But I know she can play, and I know she focuses on getting better. Thank you.
You bet. Thank you.
I know I expect it to go in every time she shoots it. So is that okay?
Coach Liz, thank you very much. Congrats on winning tonight.
You guys, thank you. Appreciate you. Thanks for the coverage, always.
Obviously, we would have liked to played better. Oklahoma's got a good team. They score a lot of different ways with a lot of different people. You get locked up guarding Robertson and Maddie Williams, who I thought we did a decent job on. I would have taken those numbers to start the night. And then Liz Scott, I thought she just pretty much bullied us all night long. She was really good tonight, very physical, very strong inside. And OU's a team that doesn't pressure a lot. You know, they play some contain and all that. And we turned the ball over a season high 23 times tonight. And I felt like, give them credit, but I felt like a lot more of it was on us than what they did. And you can't turn the ball over 23 times against predominant zone for most of the ball game. So, again, they outplayed us. The kids played hard, and we didn't guard anything like we want to guard or what we need to guard. We're not an explosive team offensively, and we got to make sure that we do a good job of guarding.
Coach, do you feel the early foul trouble for your bigs led to OU getting a lot of points down low?
There's no question, you know, Tay and Cassidy DeLapp can't go to the bench in the first 3 or 4 minutes of the game. So, yeah, I mean, it puts you in rotations that we haven't done much, and it put us in a rotation. Foul trouble where we're playing Macy James at a 4, and she's never played a 4. So, yeah, I mean, the depth that we have, our people got to stay on the floor.
Coach, you say you feel like, you know, a lot of those 23 turnovers were on, you know, your kind of being. What can you pinpoint maybe went wrong with those ones that you had on your end?
You know, sometimes when I thought we had a lot of anxiety on the floor tonight, and kind of deer in headlight look on it right there. And sometimes when you play that way, it's almost like you're paralyzed out there. And I thought that was a big part of it. We didn't ball fake to get them to move. We stared things down. You know, we dribbled too much against the zone, but you know, we got to be more productive. You know, you score 58 points and turn it over 23 times. You can't do that against Oklahoma because they score the basketball too well.
Why do you think there might have been some anxiety?
I don't know. We've played enough games, and I know we've got some people that aren't real experienced or haven't had a lot of years underneath them, but we've played enough right now that we don't need to be playing that way.
Jalen, did OU's defense feel any different from any previous games you played?
No, I think a lot of times we were kind of forcing stuff that wasn't there, which could have caused a lot of those turnovers. Calming down was definitely a key thing that we should have talked about more.
How do you fix the anxiety part? I know it's probably easier said than done, or how do you approach that kind of going forward?
I mean, I think with each game, there's always something that you're kind of nervous about, whether if you have a big defensive assignment or you're trying to figure out how you can be an impact on the floor. I think it's just kind of being in tune with yourself and having confidence in yourself.
We got so locked in on Taylor Robertson and Maddie Williams that we lost our concepts defensively, and it led to a lot of easy baskets for some of their other players. But that's what great players do. They get you to focus on them, and they got more weapons that can score the ball. So give them credit on that. But we lost some concepts defensively of jumping to the ball, getting off on the backside, not getting beat by drives down the middle of the floor. So, you know, they're a good basketball team. We knew they were going to be tough. They came off of a tough loss the last ball game. They're playing at home. I knew that they'd come out and play well, and we didn't match what they did.
Coach, what do you think has been the issue throughout the season and even tonight on the offensive side?
Haven't shot it very well. Haven't shot very good free throws. First account that I got was we missed 18 shots within 2 to 3 feet from the basket. And I don't care what level you're playing at, whether you're you're at the NBA level or Division I basketball or junior high basketball, you've got to make 2-footers, layups, and free throws to compete. And that's probably been our biggest issue.
It seems like you guys have finally gotten through the COVID scare that you guys have had throughout maybe 2022, throughout the whole year. Do you feel that this will progress your team going forward with everyone back?
You know, the biggest misconception of all this is like Low Fields practiced on Friday. And it's the first time she's gone up and down the court, and you see her back and you think, well, you're back. You're not back yet, you know, and everybody goes through it. So I'm not making any excuses. You need to have enough people that can play to navigate your way through it. But that's a big misconception that, you got Kelby Washington back today, and when you set out 5 to 10 days in protocol, it isn't 5 days. You know, you're not back immediately. So, but we gotta play better. We gotta defend better. We gotta just be better in every phase of the game.
Now with those COVID protocols, is it different for each player after they're out of those to come back fully?
Well, I think it's like you and I. Everybody's going to come off the flu different, or cold's different. Your body's going to do it. Everybody's time frame is going to be different off of it. So, you know, we've had some kids that have come back and had very few practices and tried to go as hard as they can. So, credit our kids for that.
It may not have happened a lot in this game, but how do you feel your defense leads to your offense, maybe throughout the season?
Well, we didn't get deflections. We let the ball go where they want. They play very well out of the middle of the floor. They do a lot of facilitating out of there, and then they get somebody that can drive out of there. And when the ball goes to the middle of the floor, they're setting pin down screens or split action screens, and it's just you can't let the ball go consistently to the middle of the floor because it's very hard to guard from there.
Anything else?